there's a story. There's a story out of Kemet, out of our homeland, about the baby Horus, or some would say Haru. And it's one of my favorite stories actually because that story is so powerful. When you're in trouble, who do you turn to? An aunt, an uncle, a brother, an older sister, your mom, your dad. So apparently, Osiris's or Osar's brother, Set, and we're talking about a 10 to 20,000 year old story here. This is not a couple of hundred years ago. We're not dealing with no Celtic history. We're dealing with our history, with our ancestry. And this goes back 12,000 BCE. And I say BCE because a lot of people think that when they use the terminology BC, it means before Christ. How can you say before Christ when there was no Christ in that era? So, we got to get down to the bottom of the story. So we say BCE because that is before the common era. So here you have the two brothers fighting each other. The brother Seth, which you can also look at as Satan, and you have the other brother Osiris or Osar. They have this conflict between them. And so brother Osiris gets tricked into this party where his brother Seth puts him in a coffin and chops him up and gets rid of his body. Now his wife, also his sister, finds his body and tries to put them together. And then eventually, by some magical power, manifestations, Osar is reincarnated. Osar is brought back to life, if you will, in the form of his son, which is Horus or Haru. And I know as I'm speaking this right now, I'm getting goosebumps because why? We've heard this story before, right? The resurrection. So here comes Horus. Now think about it. If my father is killed by somebody, and I grow up and my mother teaches me this stuff, what do you think is going to happen? Either I'm going to stand up and fight this crazy uncle who murdered my father, or I'm just going to sit around and let my uncle come and kill me too. And this is what happens to our people throughout history. Let's not be disillusioned here, family. Whenever they try to kill us, they kill our fathers, they try to kill the son, and they try to kill off the entire lineage. Let's understand the historical content that I'm speaking about. They're trying to get rid of one, they're trying to get rid of all. So anyway, let me speed up the story. Horus grows up and he goes to see his aunt Sekhmet. And that's the lioness deity. That's the lion goddess, right? He goes to see his aunt and he says, look, my uncle's trying to kill me, right? And what happens then? Sekhmet says to the young god, Haru, she said one thing. She looks at him and she says, they better not touch you. They better not touch you. So as we stand here today in honor of our fallen brothers who constantly are harassed, profiled, stopped, frisked, tortured, choked, and shot to death, we're here to say we're not taking it no more. And with that same spirit, with that same mind, with that same breath, we want to welcome the gods and goddesses within our midst. And as we said earlier, the sun came out, which is Atum Re, or as we like to call them as Amen Ra, when they make their prayers, and at the end of every prayer, when they say Amen, that is the hidden one that they are invoking. And then he is ours, just as we are his. So we'd like to welcome Amen to this proceeding, and we welcome the goddess Sekhmet, Ashe. Ashe.
Ashe.
We welcome the goddess Isis. Ashe. We welcome the goddess Gaia. Ashe, which is the mother spirit who we walk upon her. We welcome her and she feels our pain and she knows what we're going through. We want to welcome the goddess Kuan Yin.
Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe. We want to welcome the goddess Mali.
Ashe.
Ashe. We want to welcome the god Eshu.
Ashe.
Ashe. We welcome the god Haru.
Ashe.
We welcome the god Osiris.
Ashe.
Ashe. We want to welcome the god, the all-seeing one, Amen Ra.
Ashe.
We want to welcome the goddess Kali.
Ashe.
We want to welcome the goddess Yemeya.
Ashe.
Or what we call in Haiti as the sea goddess. What is her name in Haiti, my brother? Yemeya. La Sirène. Ashe.
Ashe.
All right, La Sirène, because La Sirène is the water goddess, and she protects us with the water, with her energy. And then we want to welcome one that is also hidden, that people are fearful of, but he is ours, and he is the wise one, which is the serpent god, Dambalawedo.
Ashe.
We want to welcome Papa Legba and have him open the gate for us because his children need him. Papa Legba.
Ashe.
Ashe. And we want to welcome Alahum.
Ashe.
Please come up with the names as they come to your minds because I ran out of names. Please keep going. If you remember. Okay, Ashe.
Ashe.
Okay? Keep going. And two.
Ashe.
Ashe. Okay.
Ashe.
Okay. So now, okay, Ashe. So now we're going to say some of the names of our fallen brothers. And there's been many. The reason why I have a list of about 10 is because these are the ones that they put out in the media. They put these out because they've been so outlandish, so outrageous a crime that they can't even hide from us. When you look at a brother, he takes out his wallet. Before he gets a chance to say a word,